Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. So for today's video, I wanted to switch it up and do another client diaries. It's been a hot minute since I've done this and I know a lot of you guys like it. So I wanted to create, to me, like the perfect natural glam. This is what my soul lives for. So please keep watching if you want to know how to recreate this look. When it comes to doing makeup for clients, I almost always start out with the eyes first, and when I'm doing my personal makeup, I hardly ever do eyes first, but I just find it so much easier to clean up and really work once the eyes are on. So to prime the eyelids, I'm just going in with Ashley's Sievert. I don't know if that's how you say it, but her Glow Pot. I absolutely love and adore this for an eyeshadow base on the eyes. So not only is it going to obviously prep the eyes for the eyeshadow, but it also helps cancel out any darkness because it's actually a concealer. To set that, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder and a Real Techniques brush and just press that in to the Glow Pot and make sure that it's not sticky anymore and it's nice and dry, so that way eyeshadow won't catch in any weird places. Taking my Morphe 35F palette, I actually filmed this with Ella literally months ago, and you can tell because the palette is barely used, and now you can tell that the palette is used and abused because I literally use it all the time. But I'm just going to go in with that first matte shade on the bottom row as you saw, and take the Morphe M511 brush and very messily create a crease and just really lay out where I want to put the darker shades next. Now I'm going to take this shade on the same exact brush and pretty much do the same exact thing that I just did with the last shade. Just really buff it up, and I never like to go in with the darker color right away. I like to really take my time and many different shades and build it up. Not only do I think this creates a cleaner, more uniform look, but it also creates such a beautiful gradient look because you get all of these different colors instead of just, say, one shade, one or two shades. Definitely not necessary, but I just love the effect that it has. Now on a stiffer eyeshadow brush, this is a Sigma one that I've literally had for years, so the number is actually worn off, but I'm going to take that and really focus on the outer V of the eye, and obviously you want it to blend, so I'll take whatever is left over after I finish packing it in the area that I want it to be mostly, and I'll kind of sweep it over the rest of the crease, but it's definitely not like tons of product on the brush at that point. Now for the lid, we are going to be mixing these two beautiful colors, and as you can see, it's literally an insane color payoff. So at first I just like to really take my time and press the shadow into the lid with a concealer brush, and then I'll actually go back with the blending brush, blend everything together, and then top it off with my finger. I do feel like these work so well with the warmth of your fingers, so keep that in mind. I like to build it up with the intensity first and then go back to add the sheen with my finger and then blend everything out. So I added the eyeliner and then cleaned up with this Sephora waterproof makeup remover with a cotton pad and really just sharpened everything back up. This really just helps create such a clean look, and it's totally worth the extra step. I'm going to double prime. First, this Makeup for Everyone is going to fill in any pores. The Becca one is really just going to help make the skin look super radiant. Now going in with the Nars All Day Luminous Foundation in Stromboli and a damp beauty blender, and I'm literally just going to pounce that into the skin all over. Sometimes when I want a more fuller coverage, I will actually apply it with the brush first and pack it into the skin with the brush and then go over it with the Beauty Blender to just soften everything up. Now I'm going in with my Becca Under Eye Brightener. I am going to take this on a small concealer brush, and first I really pack it on, and then you'll see I go out and diffuse it outwards where it's not all this product just sitting right underneath the eye. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard and put this on the majority first, and then where I want the extra pop of highlight, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape and Light Sand. Then all I do is just take my Beauty Blender and blend it all together, just like I said, pounce it into the skin. You don't want to do tons of rubbing motions, obviously, because that's going to rub all the product around. You really want to press it into the skin, and you can just really bounce it wherever you want it to go. Now taking LOL at the random eyelash, but I'm going to be taking my RCMA VK11 palette, and this is what I use to contour, and this is a tiny concealer brush by Boomy. So right now I'm going to focus on the nose, then I'm going to go in on the top of the lip, right below the lip, and then on this mini duo fiber brush I'm going to carve out the cheekbones, the forehead, and also the jawline. If you're an artist, I definitely recommend the VK11 palette. It is expensive, but they blend so beautifully and you have so many different color choices. So this is what it looks like when we have everything mapped out. And then I'm going to go with that same mini duo fiber brush. This one is from Morphy. And I'm literally just going to blend it all together and melt it all into the skin with the foundation. Sometimes I'll go back in with the Beauty Blender just to really make sure everything is blended together and there's no harsh lines. I'm not a fan of crazy harsh contour. I do love everything to look very seamless, blended. The goal to me is to make it look like this is your natural skin. I don't like it to look like it's obvious that it's contour and you have like a really harsh gray line down your cheekbones. I love everything to just look like, is she born with it or is it makeup? Like that fine line of where you can tell you have makeup on, but you don't look like you are just really caking it on either. Now I'm going to take the Beauty Blender, and like I said, I literally looked like I just punched Ella in the nose, but I'm just going to go in and bounce it in on the sides of the nose, and this is what it looks like when it's all done. Now I'm going to go in with my Sephora Luminous drops. I put it on the back of my hand and take the tip of the Beauty Blender, and I just go in and put it where I mainly want to concentrate, and then I take the back of it that has the foundation on it still, and I blend it all together with the contour, the concealer, and then the foundation that's on the back of the Beauty Blender. Going in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder and my Beauty Blender, I'm just going to really do a light layer at first underneath the eyes, and then you're going to see I bring up the translucent powder all the way to the sides of the nose, and I make a really straight, tiny line, and this is all a part of how I contour the nose. So as you can see, it really pinches it and makes it look super small. Then I go in and really carve out right underneath the cheekbones. I don't let the powder sit on there too long. I literally, not even 2 minutes, and then I dust everything away with a clean brush. Now taking my trusty dusty Hourglass Ambient Bronzer. You guys probably get so tired of seeing me tag it, but I literally live for it for like 2 years now. It's amazing, so worth it. And I take it on my Sephora number 74 Pro Contour Brush and really get in those little cheekbones, carve them all out, and everywhere that we put that RCMA, I'm literally just going over and setting this with it. So this does add a beautiful glow. It's not a matte bronzer, which I absolutely love. I hardly use anything that's super matte, but when I want a little bit more definition, I will go in with this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer in medium deep. And you can see I'm literally taking the side of the brush and just putting it right in the cheekbone area. Now I'm taking that Too Faced bronzer and I'm going to go ahead and contour the nose as well. Now I'm going to go in with this Hourglass Hourglass blush and incandescent coral with a Morphe fan brush. This adds such a beautiful sheen and highlight to the face, but it doesn't add tons of color, and if I were to keep building it up, it would just get shinier and shinier. So after I have the pretty sheen of this, I actually go in with the MAC one. And this is what I use to really add the color. So as you can see, it's already adding way more color than the Hourglass one. I do tend to use the Hourglass one on almost every single client though. For highlight, I'm going to go in with this Becca. It's actually not a highlight, it's like a topper, and I cannot think of the name of it, but it's that beautiful light pink, and you do have to build these up quite a bit to get a highlight out of them, but it's definitely worth it to me, and I think for this look, it just added such a pretty glow to the face. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in and put on the Ardell Double Wispies. Love these. For lips, I'm going to first go with the Huda Beauty Bombshell Liquid Lip, and then on top of it, go in with the ColourPop and I Love Cerise with the Curvy Lip Gloss. I literally never know how to say her Instagram name, but I try. And I'm going to do a light fill in her brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. That completes the look. I really hope that you guys learned something new and enjoyed this look. If you want to see more client diaries, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what kind of look you want to see. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.